Many of us look back on the Lion King story, a classic Disney tale and a hallmark for a lot of people's childhoods. What if I told you that stories like it have very significant truths embedded in them, that our mind registers with these stories because of the truths contained within them? The story really combines a lot of Judeo Christian symbolism, and as we've talked about in some of our previous videos, the concept of a shadow self or the fully integrated man, as Nietzsche talks about. Rafiki, the monkey, represents the shamanistic type, the one who holds the knowledge and wisdom of our ancestors and is generally on the side of good. He also lives in a tree. A tree is very symbolic representation in our literature of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for example, in Genesis. Mustafa, the king, is a good king, and one way we can tell this is because of his good relationship with the monkey Rafiki. Scar, his evil brother, represents a threat, and Mustafa is blind to the threat. He is hesitant to confront danger and recognize or explore what is unknown. This is illustrated beautifully when he takes Simba to the top of Pride Rock and shows him the whole kingdom, and he tells him that whatever the light has touched is his kingdom. In other words, what is known is safe. What is in the light is known and is conquerable, but the unknown or the darkness represents danger, and you need to stay away from it at all costs. Where light has not been shined, you should not go. This is really comical and prevalent in stories like this. The hero is offered this really weird sort of temptation. Kind of like in the Abrahamic narrative when God informs Adam and Eve of the exact tree that they are not allowed to eat. It's almost inevitable that the hero will disobey. So naturally, Simba goes out and explores ignorantly into the darkness, and he finds danger. And Mustafa saves him, but sadly, Mustafa is eventually killed because of his unwillingness to look at the darkness for too long and recognize what is there. Because of his avoidance of the unknown or of darkness, he couldn't see what a true threat his brother was, and this was his one true weakness. And we do that too. We compartmentalize or put into a box what is known and safe and what is unknown and dangerous. We generally don't say, do, or interact in certain ways because we're afraid of the unknown. Oddly enough, after Mustafa's death, Simba is thrust into the unknown, something that Mustafa would never do. However, in the unknown, he finds companions his father never would have because he never would have treaded into the darkness. Rafiki and Nala visit him as well, letting him know how tyrannical Scar had become. Scar is the epitome of what the novel Paradise Lost touches on. The totalitarian sentiment, all I know is all I need to know. He is clever, and through his cleverness and treachery, he has overthrown the existing order and established a new one. The problem is he falls in love with the hell he has established and is unwilling to let it go. This is the problem with letting intellect become the rationale behind everything. Eventually, you fall in love with your own intellect, and then you won't embrace any ideology that contradicts what you already believe. As we've explored in our last video about Pinocchio, once the father falls, it is the responsibility of the son to redeem or rescue him. In the case of Simba, he integrates the shadow with the light. He recognizes that evil exists, and sometimes suspicion and the capacity for violence are good. Sometimes the darkness is needed to recognize the light. He is neither a Scar nor a Mustafa. He is both. He is the good in Scar and the good in his father. Much like in the Judeo-Christian narrative, Adam and Eve aren't perfect, they're just innocent. Eating from the tree and falling from innocence is what allows perfection to be possible, because it allows for the knowledge of good and evil and allows for a choice between those two extremes. My challenge to you is not to be a Mustafa or a Scar, but a Simba. That's all for today. I'm Muslim Al-Aneezy. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do make sure to subscribe. I post weekly content, and make sure to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, and have a great day.